Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Schedule 11 of your service marketing classes. So, today we're going to look into the extended service marketing mix, all the seven P's together. So, initially, in our previous classes, we went on with product. So, in product, we went on with different concepts of product. What is core benefit of our product, service product? What is the expected benefit, the argumented benefit, and the potential benefit? And we also saw the different concepts in product, right from service forms to service delivery of product. And in price, we saw the factors which affects the pricing decisions for the service provider, and we saw the different approaches taken by the service provider in fixing up the prices for the service which is being provided to the customer. And place we saw what are the different channels which is available for the service provider to put forth the service and for the easy delivery of those services to the customer. It can be a zero level channel, or it can be in one level channel or two level, based on the requirement and as well as the delivery promises which has been given by a service provider, and the availability, the places are determined. And the last one in the order is your promotion. In the promotion, we saw the different types of promotions being used. Your promotional mixes were comprises of advertisement, sales promotion, personal selling, publicity, word of mouth, direct marketing, direct mailing, and so on. So each and every subdivision or each and every mix was utilized in the services as and when needed, and what was the requirement which was being used by the organization. So whether to go on with long term advertisement, or in order to have a short boost or a short burst in your sales by going with sales promotion, or having a direct marketing with the help of employees and meeting up customers directly, or through mailing using the social campaigns by and taking up the services and reaching those targeted audience. And moving on, today's class we're going to look on service people. So in service marketing means people refers to employees. So employees are also known as internal customers. They play a pivotal role in an organization's success, in the sales or in the turnover of or the revenue of the company. So basically, they represent the company or the organization. They have the first contact with the customer. They analyze what is the exact need or requirement of a customer, and based on those inputs, services are being created. In order to identify what is the exact need of a customer, these employees have to be trained and has to be specialized, and proper knowledge of the service or the product which is being done by the company has to be properly explained to the employees first, so that they can put forth the right knowledge to their customers. If they're able to understand about the service and about the organization, these employees will analyze what are the goals set up or put forth by the company. So the company's objectives will be this. They will be running for the company. So what are the different types of service personals involved? The foremost important is called as your high contact personals, where the employees will have a high level of interaction or high level of contact with the customers, for services like hair cutting or child care specialists, or any counseling services being provided. So these kind of areas where the service providers will have a high level of contact with the customer. Low contact personals are the exact opposite of the high contact, where the interaction between the service provider and the customer is very low. For example, a clerk in a bank, is requirement for a clerk or the services which is being done by a clerk for a customer is when the customer needs an exact need or exact thing to be done on behalf of him. ஸோ ஒரு கஸ்டமருக்கு எப்போ ஒரு பேங்க்குக்கு போகிற ஒரு வேலை இருக்குமோ அப்போ மட்டும்தான் ஒரு பேங்க்ல இருக்க கிளர்க்கோட ஒரு சர்வீஸ் தேவை. ஒரு போஸ்ட்மேன். And third one is your shielded or professional. So it talks about the skill level, it, professional peoples like your doctors, lawyers, the service which is done by them comes under your skilled and professionals. So அவங்களோட தனித்துவம் வாய்ந்த விஷயங்கள்னால the service which is being uniquely done will is the service required by the customers. The non-professionals, the contact between them and customers without any skills or professional activities. Say, for example, a postman or a courier guy, or waiters in a restaurant, etc. So generally, your employees, there are two kinds. One are the frontline employees and the back-end employees. So front-end employees are, they're also called as boundary spanners. So boundary spanners means they work at the front line. They have a direct contact with the customers. They are the bridge between they are the bridge between the customer and the back end service or the organization. So they are the link or the supporting tool or the boundary line for the customer and the organization. They analyze the need of the customer and put forth to the company, and services are being created by them. So while talking about people in the service market, the foremost important concept to be remembered is your service triangle concept. So service triangle concept talks about the management of the company, the employees, and the customers. So the management, they are the top level or the organization committee where they started to produce services. So they try to share their knowledge or try to communicate to the employees of how services can be done. So that kind of marketing is called as internal marketing, where they provide the knowledge about the service being done in the organization, and simultaneously they try to put forth the knowledge or create awareness by having advertisements or sales promotional activities or using your promotional mix tools. They put forth the knowledge to customers, which is called as your external marketing. So external marketing is being done to customers in order to project these services are available in the market. So one side they put for the knowledge to employees, and the other side they put for the knowledge to customers. So when employees meet their customers, it is the duty of the employees to share the knowledge which they have and put forth the skills to ensure that the customer comes with a certain need is being fulfilled with a service provided by the organization. Such kind of marketing is called interactive marketing, where the employees are being able to analyze the exact need of the customer, and based on those needs, services are being provided. Say example like your a big brand salons like your Naturals or Page Tree Salons. It's a big company. They have individual hairstylists in each and every branch. They give their choice and freedom of how they design. Customers visit branches, and based on those needs, these employees, these hairstylists, share their knowledge or put their services and ensure that the customers are satisfied and delighted and are happy to avail those services. So moving on, physical evidence. So physical evidence refers to the environment where the service is assembled and where the seller and customer interact. It is also involves a tangible commodities that facilitates service delivery. Physical evidence is nothing but the evidences or the proof which enables the service provider or which enables the customer to analyze service is properly being produced and consumed by the customer. ஒரு கஸ்டமருக்கு என்ன தேவையோ அந்த தேவையான சர்வீஸை ஒரு ப்ராப்பர் ப்ரூஃபோட கஸ்டமருக்கு கொடுக்க வேண்டியது தான் ஒரு சர்வீஸ் ப்ரொவைடருக்கு வேலை. ஸோ ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளாக சொல்லணும்னா when a customer walks into a bank in order to withdraw cash, so he uses the withdrawal challan. So that withdrawal challan is called as the physical evidence. So the elements of physical evidence are of two types. One is your servicescape and other is tangibles. So servicescape talks about the physical facilities, the appearance of the service organization, the external structures or the internal structures of the organization is called termed to be your servicescapes, whereas your tangibles are the proof which can be seen by the customer. So for example, under exterior facilities can be an exterior design of the building or signage boards or the parking lots or landscapes or your surrounding environment. Whereas your interiors talks about the interior design of your organization, the equipments being used, the signages, the layout of your organization or the service providing area, the air quality and temperature. So examples for your physical evidence from the customer point of view. So if an insurance is a service being provided, then there is no particular service scape because most of the insurance agents walk into customers place. So the documents are the proofs which the service provider holds are the tangible items. So it can be the policy or billing statements or the company's brochures, etc. So whereas when talking about services from an hospital sector or it talks about your servicescape, the physical appearance of the hospital, the interior tech things, how how the patient's rooms are being designed, etc. It has some tangible elements also, setting the uniforms of the employees working there, the reports, the stationaries, the billing statements, the bills, etc. Another example can be like any sports. So for sports, your servicescape, your physical facilities can be like your your stadium itself, your exterior stadium, your ticketing area, your seating arrangements, restrooms, playing field. So these can be your physical scape, whereas tangible items can be like the signboards, the tickets, the uniforms, the website of the stadium or the website pictures, etc. So your physical facilities comprised of your exterior and interior design of your service organization, whereas tangible things comprised of two: peripheral evidence and essential evidence. So peripheral evidences talks us about evidences which can be possessed by the customer. So peripheral evidences example can be like a check or traveling check or an ATM card possessed by the customer. ஸோ ஒரு பேங்க்குக்கு போகும்போது ஒரு செக் பாஸ் பண்ணுறது வந்து ஒரு எவிடன்ஸ், பெரிஃபரல் எவிடன்ஸ் ஆர் withdrawal slip. Whereas essential evidences are like evidences which cannot be possessed, but this customer can go walk in and avail those services in that particular places. So example, a ATM center or a bank branch or an NBFC. So some kind of places where the customer can walk in and avail those services. So in order to ensure that the customers are able to avail those services in an effective way, there are few guidelines which is being followed for the physical evident activities. So the foremost important thing is about recognize the strategic impact of physical evidences. So what kind of proofs being given to the customers? How does the customer get closer to in order to avail those services are being strategically implemented. Map the physical evidences of services. So your customer mapping. Remember that your service blueprint talked about the customer journey of how the service is being provided or by analyzing the customer needs, and it's been moved on to the back end sources with the help of frontline employees. So mapping up your customer journey, clarify the roles of service scape. So எந்த லெவலுக்கு உங்க ஆர்கனைசேஷன் நீங்க பில்டப் பண்ண போறீங்க with your physical facilities of how the appearance going to be outwards and the interior parts. Assess and identify the physical evidence or opportunities. So all your tangible things of all the proofs which is being given to your customers. Be prepared and up to date and modernize the evidences. It's all about technology, how technically you're strong with the technology part. And work cross functionally talks about your cross works. How an human resource candidate or human resource person is able to cope up with all the functions of the HR. It can be from a payroll function to a recruiting selection process, etc. Last one in your service marketing mix talks about your service process. So service processes generally talks about service being created and delivered to the customers with a flow of activities, a chain of activities. So the customer thinks on or requires the exact flow of activities which is being projected or shown. For example, if a customer has some problem with the internet in his mobile phone, so he generally calls up to a customer care executive. So for any complaints, 198 is the complaint number. So it doesn't directly gets connected to the customer care. So there are few recorded voices which indicates few more procedures, starting from selecting a language and then for a particular service, like whether you need services for your mobile phone or broadband or any other things. So when while selecting mobile phone, what is the exact service you're gonna need, whether it's about balance or any internet drawbacks or any other value added services which is being required by the customer. So while selecting the internet facilities, then the then you'll be connected to an customer executive where the customer can put forth the difficulties or the need or the problem which is being stated. Then the customer executive analyzes the needs and produces their exact services which is being required by the customer. So basically all the decisions based on the process management are the most important key and success for the service organization. ஸோ எந்த லெவலுக்கு நீங்கள் வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங்கர் பிஸ்னஸ்க்கு இல்லைனா ஒரு சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல் பிஸ்னஸ் போகிறீங்களோ, you have to decide how you're going to step in. How does the customer avails of services? What are the exact procedures which is being needed, or the task schedules or the mechanism activities which is required in order to ensure that while the customer steps into the organization is able to put forth the exact requirement and the employees are able to understand, and based on those understanding level services are being produced and being given back to the customer for consumption, and it ensures the success of business. In short in short, there are few characteristics or few more important features which is being analyzed in each and every mix or in each and every piece of your service marketing mix. Starting from your product, talks about a physical goods features, the quality level, the accessories, the packaging, branding, warranties, etc. The place, channel type, exposure, intermediaries, location of your outlets, transportation, promotion, the promotional blend or mix, the salesman, advertising, sales promotion, publicity, price, the different approaches being used, flexibility, terms and conditions, differentiation, and your allowances. So the extended service marketing mix, people, physical evidence and process. So people talks about your employees, customers, your communication, and the employee research. Physical evidence, facility design, equipments, signages, and your peripheral and essential evidences. So process talks about your flow of activities, the requirement number of steps which is being required or which is being required by the customer in order to avail those services, the level of involvement of a customer and also an employee or the service provider. Short, your 7 P's are the steps which is being followed up or faced by the organization, which is equivalent to the 7 C's of the customer. So service product, which has been always in the minds of the customer, there is exact requirement. So pricing in point of view of the organization or service provider, the customer looks as it as a cost. Place, how to locate or where to provide those services. The customer point of view is about the convenience level, how he can avail those services in a short span or in a short moment. Promotional activities is being converted into your communication, or how the service provider communicates the service being available in the market. People, the customer looking for people as caring here, where the service provider is able to understand and analyze the exact requirement of a customer. The process or nothing but how coordinated are in minimizing those number of steps or the involvement with the customer by the service provider. Your physical evidences also gives us you as a proof or confirmation for the customer when he avails those services. So all these put forth together is your service marketing mix. I hope that you understood your service marketing mix in detail. Any doubts, feel free to ask or contact me. And with this, I'll end this today's session. Meet you soon.